Good evening, Dr. and Mrs. Law, Dr. Hawkins, Dr. Wilson, visitors, faculty and staff, and most importantly, honored students. Welcome to the 7th Annual Rebate Awards Program sponsored by the Department of Business Administration and Education at St. Paul's College. This is a very special event, and before we start, I would like to have Mr. Milton P. Bunting do the invocation for us. Mr. Bunting.
Let us pray. From everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. We come this evening, O God, thanking you for just another moment in your presence. We thank you, O God, for allowing some of your faculty and some of the students here at this great institution to come and to get together one more time to celebrate and to be honored for their accolades and all those things here this year. We ask you now, O God, that you would bless them and bless their continued education, mold their minds, O God, and shape their bodies, and bless us as we tarry here on this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
The purpose of this rebate program, according to the college's current bulletin, the Rebate Awards event is an annual activity created to recognize excellence in academics and outstanding service by students in the Department of Business Administration and Education. The academic awards presented to students are by classification according to credit hours who have achieved a 3.0 or better cumulative grade point average to date. This is an occasion in which students are recognized for their performance not only inside the classroom but outside the classroom as well. And before we start this blessed event, I would like to introduce to you Ms. Tanya M. Small. She'll be doing a solo for us, accompanied by Mr. J. Albert Van Jr.
Got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it is still news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own.
Thank you, Tanya and Mr. Van, for that lovely selection. Dr. Law, Mrs. Law, Dr. Hawkins, platform guests, faculty, staff, and students and supporters. I have the great distinct honor of presenting one of our own this evening. Some individuals make a commitment to excellence. And the gentleman that we have here, who's a graduate of St. Paul's College, Mr. Curtis Finney, has a commitment to excellence. I can tell you why. He has that commitment because when we ask past graduates to come back and participate in our Career Day alumni activities, he's always here. And he's come back to share with students, to encourage students, to motivate students to make that commitment to excellence. And he's made that commitment by coming back and sharing that wisdom with us tonight. I'm proud to say that I had an opportunity to teach Curtis, and some of you had an opportunity to teach Curtis. And he was outstanding then because he was very focused. He was very career-oriented, and it's paid off for him. Let me tell you a little bit about Curtis. Curtis is a 1986 graduate of St. Paul's College. He graduated from Marshall Walker High School in 1982, and he's gone on to receive his MBA from Avery College in 1997. He has had outstanding management and accounting opportunities at Nations Bank. He was operations specialist. Currently, he works for the Virginia Housing Development Authority in Richmond, Virginia. Some of his accomplishments and honors, as I said before, he was outstanding when he was here at St. Paul's College. To give you students a motivation, he was senior class president. He was in the pre-alumni club. He was in the student leadership program. He was in the honor sequence program. He played football. He was on the Student Faculty Judicial Review Board. He was on the National Dean's List and was a recipient of a Roy Wilkins Scholarship. And he was student representative on the Board of Trustees. So that commitment to excellence has always been there. He is the proud father of 3 sons. And he is married and lives in Richmond currently. It's a great honor to have him come back because I think he wants to share with you some of his experiences. And he's a success story on his own. I give you Curtis Finney.
Dr. and Mrs. Slaw, Dr. Wilson, Sumner, faculty and staff, guests, and most importantly, rebate program recipients. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to participate in your rebate program. As a St. Paulite, I'm always looking for an opportunity to give back to St. Paul's College. And we all understand that a financial contribution is the most popular form of contribution. But sometimes there are some things that's far more valuable than money. Tonight I feel honored to have an opportunity to speak with you. When I was asked to speak, I was very excited. However, by the time I got home, I started wondering to myself, what in the world have I gotten myself into? As a student here at St. Paul's from 1982 to 1986, I had the privilege to hear a lot of great people speak. For example, former Governor Douglas L. Wilder, Dwight Stevens, who's now a Hall of Famer from the Miami Dolphins, and Bishop Desmond Tutu. And And after considering the accomplishments and the messages that these great men portrayed onto the student body, I began to wonder, what could I say? What could I convey to the student body that would have any type of meaning? And then I began to question myself even more. But then I thought about something that I said at Alumni Career Day to a classroom of students. I looked at them and I told them, if you don't believe in yourself, then why should anyone else? And after considering that, I realized that some of the most important messages that I ever received while sitting in, well, maybe not the seat you're sitting in now, because we did all this in the keyboard. But the most important messages I received came from people that I never heard of, never knew they existed. We had one speaker that came in and he questioned us about that old saying, practice makes perfect. Well, he didn't believe that. He believed that practice makes perfect repetition. And if you think about it, it's true. Because if you practice something backwards, then you'll do it backwards. If you practice something wrong, then you'll do it wrong. So what he encouraged us to do was practice to do things the right way. And you had an opportunity now, because you can practice getting to class on time, being on time for your committee meetings, organizational meetings. And what this will play into is the ability to prepare yourself to be on time for work. Because no employer wants to have an employee who's not on the job, because that's what you're paid for, to be on the job, to perform a certain task, a certain duty, and you can't do that if you're not there, if you're not on time. We also had another speaker that explained to us that according to science, it's a scientific fact that bumblebees can't fly. Their wings are too small to support their large bodies. But as you look around, you see bumblebees flying every day. You ever wonder why? Well, no one's ever told the bumblebee that he's not supposed to fly. See, the bumblebee has brought to the limitations that science has placed upon them. Bumblebee believe that the sky is the limit, and so should you. So in everything that you do, always put your best foot forward, give your best effort. What I want to do right now is, according to Webster's dictionary, tell you what achievement, excellence, and success is. Achievement is something accomplished as by superior ability, special effort, or great value. Excellence is the fact or state of excelling superiority. Success is the favorable or proper termination of attempts or endeavors. So what is success? Is success defined by the size of your bank account, the car you drive, the size of the home you live in? Is it your job title, the friends that you have? Well, my feeling is that it's not for me to judge, at least not to judge the level of success for another person. Think about it. How successful is someone who has everything but shares nothing, who knows all but doesn't teach? The greatest success in life is helping someone else obtain success. Education is a self-rewarding profession. Educators are put in a position to help shape the minds of the future. This opportunity comes with each grading period, each class assignment, with each individual student. I read once that the ideal career is one in which you make a difference while making a living. But it definitely sounds like education to me. And there are other professions where you can take this opportunity to help others while still providing the means of support for your family. The key is that you must plan for success, you must plan for excellence, and you must plan for achievement. And you can do this by realizing that you have already achieved some form of excellence. If not, you would not be here tonight. You have all attained success, and this is evident by the fact that you are enrolled in an institution of higher education. Many people never get this opportunity. So you should make the most of it, because you have already shown that you have what it takes to succeed. Now you must learn to carry success and achievement over to your careers. And please note that I said careers and not jobs, because jobs can come and go, but careers last a lifetime. And that's one of the things that you need to focus on, is building your career one step at a time. And if anyone can do it, I'm pretty sure the program recipients here, students are here, you have the opportunity to do that from what you have available here on campus. As a student at St. Paul's, I had the opportunity to participate in many activities. As Mr. Wilson pointed out, I was the senior class president, I was a member of the SGA, the pre-alumni club, and so on, so many organizational things. The first job interview that I went on was with Weeks First Security, and the gentleman looked down at my resume and said, well, it doesn't look like you've ever failed at anything in your life. And at that point, I could honestly say, no, I haven't. And at this point, I will say it again, no, I haven't. And the reason why is because you never truly fail until you quit. And as long as you have the persistence to continue on with what you want to do, you have a presence of mind to make adjustments and changes, then you'll never fail. And I believe that everyone in here has probably tasted failure once before in their life. But there's a difference between failure and failing. Because if you see failure, then you have an opportunity to change. My ultimate goal when I came to St. Paul's was to become a professional football player. Well, that didn't happen. But I don't feel that I failed anything. Because I have a lovely wife, a nice home, 3 wonderful children. And I can honestly say that when I go home, I feel like I've accomplished something every day. There are people your age right now who are probably serving life sentences. There are people your age who are pushing drugs and committing other crimes. And the level of success that you have attained, that you've participated in a college program, just speaks highly of you, your accomplishments, your commitment. And to everyone in this room, because somebody has a hand in help pushing you to where you want to be. But the greatest success that I think I've had was I went to a PTA meeting for my oldest son. He's 7. He's in the 2nd grade. And they had a project where each student drew a picture of themselves, life size. And each student went in to write about what they wanted to be when they grew up. The young ladies wanted to be teachers. Some of the young boys wanted to be professional basketball players. Someone else mentioned they wanted to be a doctor and an astronaut and so on. Only one child wrote, when I grow up, I want to be like my dad. And that was my son Joshua. And I think that was one of the proudest moments in my life, to know that I've done something that someone else would say they would want to be like me. And I'm sure he's a little prejudiced because I'm his father. But it's just a good feeling to know that the commitments that I have made, that even at his young age, he can recognize that there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. So what I challenge each of you to do is, while you're picking yourself up, while you're moving ahead with your life and your careers, reach back and pull somebody else with you. Because only together can we all succeed. Thank you.
Next, we'll have the presentation of awards. Dr. Hester L. Jones will be presenting the awards for the Department of Business, and Dr. Wendell Hilton will be presenting the awards for the education field. So let me present to you Dr. Jones and Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I get the best part. I'm always excited when it comes to giving the awards and honoring those who have worked hard and have achieved. The first category I will be presenting will be the Certificates of Achievement by classes. In the freshman class for achievement, we have Camilla Jeffries in accounting. That's Camilla Jeffries and Iris Pettiford, accounting. In management, we have Makia Booth. Makia Booth. In marketing, Kamika T. Crawford. In the sophomore category, we have Vincent A. Watson in accounting. Erica L. Collier, management. In the junior category, we have Lamika Bynum, accounting. We have Marvin E. Reese, management. The next category we have is leadership. Those who have exhibited great traits in leadership during the year. First, we have Erica L. Collier in business, in the business departmental office. I believe she's a work study student. She's not here. Also, Rodney C. Dentist. Medina Lara Jr. Maisha Ladders Jr. I believe they are. We also have Nicole R. Jones. These are all the work study students who help us get this day-to-day task accomplished. And they work very hard, I must say. So to them, we say thank you. I have some special certificates here for the department, for the business club in the department, the Alpha Rho chapter of Phi Beta Lambda. St. Paul's College chartered the first chapter of Phi Beta Lambda in January of 1945. And we have just come back from the state conference in Roanoke, in which we are always recognized for that, of all the chapters. Each year we have students become members, and they work really hard, and they do things sometimes to well represent themselves as well as the department, and they do a great job during the year. So for that, I'm going to award the certificates to the officers of the club for 1997-98. The first being Amy Conte, who served as president. Jeanette Holland, vice president. Kimberly Harris, Recording Secretary. Angela Oliver, Treasurer. Nicole Johnson, Historian. Gloria French, Reporter. And Benjamin Shaw, Chaplain. The next category I will be moving on to are the Performance Awards. And these awards or certificates are given to those who scored high on the business exam, which is required of the seniors who graduated. The first we have Jean Henson, who is a member of the Organizational Management Program, which is the non-traditional degree program we have here. And she's receiving a certificate for scoring the highest on the business test out of that group. Jean Henson. Next, for the day students, we have Lisa N. Gothigan, who scored the highest on the business test. Next, we have the category of special engravings on small plaques for the graduating seniors who have achieved who have high achievement in their particular areas. The first plaque goes to Lisa N. Gothigan for achievement in accounting. Next, we have Angela L. Bruce for high achievement in management. Last but not least, we have Chad H. Spencer for high achievement in Now, this concludes my part of the program. And if you'd like, we can give those recipients another round of applause.
On behalf of the Center for Teacher Education to have this opportunity to present these certificates, different categories. This is a distinct pleasure and privilege for me to give out awards. I don't remember receiving very many of these in college myself, but I've given out a lot over the years to deserving students. I was trying to think if I received any, really, during my tenure, but maybe somewhere along the way that I did. But during this period, it gives me a great honor to hand these out to deserving students. When I was in college, students did not have names like they have now. They were simple names like Jones and Craig, and just, so I may have a problem being kind of New Year at St. Paul with some of these fancy names. So if I mispronounce your name and it sounds like it, then you know that's you. So I'm, again, honored to have this opportunity. And for academic excellence, my first category, and a freshman, that's terrific. In teacher education, English, and early education, Shananda R. Quinn. Secondly, for sophomore, Crystal Osborne, academic excellence, mathematics, and early education. Academic excellence, mathematics, early education. That's saying a lot. Congratulations. For the category of academic excellence for juniors, here we have two. In teacher education, business administration, secondary education, Margaret M. White. This gives me an opportunity to learn who the scholars are around St. Paul. Congratulations. Franco C. Holmes. This is a gentleman that I have been looking forward to meeting. He's on one of the committees, and they said he's quite a gentleman. You want to put him on the committee? So now I have the opportunity to meet him, and I sure look forward to working with him. He's in English and middle education. Congratulations. The next category in academic excellence is seniors, not graduating in May. They're either ahead of their time or their own time, but they're seniors. First is Bridget R. Balls. Regina O. McGray. Ivor A. Walton. Business administration and secondary education. That's a great combination. You can go in 2 or 3 directions and make a lot of money. Congratulations. And Christina R. Jones Dash, it's one of the big names, Wilson. Political science and early education and history. Now, 3 outstanding student teachers, and that's all that I always wanted to be, was a teacher. So this is a great honor to present these awards to outstanding student teachers. And I have been in the classrooms with them, and I can say, as one of the television says, ditto, they are outstanding. They're ready to go to work, and we're going to see if they get a good contract. So the first one's in sociology, early childhood education, NK4, and that's is Susan H. Thompson. She is already a great teacher, and she went in and had those students around her hand, and they cried when she left. I don't think I ever had Scott R. Walker. Scott is a great young man, and he's interesting because we think in teacher education we have some of the most diverse groups in this department. Scott's a young white male, and it was a pleasure to go into the classroom and watch those little kids run and grab him around the leg and so forth. He already has a job, and he may not know it, but he's a great young man. And the last and outstanding performance in student teaching is Johnny J. Wilkins. I was in her classroom, and she is just terrific. And people are looking for teachers, and we have some excellent ones for them. Congratulations. And the last one I have is Achievement in Teacher Education, and this is a beautiful plaque, and this young man is for Achievement in Teacher Education, Social Science, History, and Secondary Education. And this young man works at the mill at night, and he's been there for 4 years, all the way through college, and he's at the mill tonight down in Mecklenburg County, but hopefully he will leave the mill shortly. Because he's one of our top students in education, and he's a very knowledgeable young man. I've enjoyed working with him. That's Mr. Levi B. Hayes. And I will take this and personally present it to him, and he doesn't smile a lot, but before he gets my little lecture, he'll smile a lot. He's a great student. We have some great people in teacher education, and I'm just happy to be a part of it, and happy to be a part of St. Paul's College. Thank you very much.
Next, we'll have Dr. F. Charlene Freeman Colker, Dr. Keithan A. Wilson, and Mr. Edward J. Mauser, CPA, present some special awards to our students. Dr. Coker, Dr. Wilson, and Mr. Mauser.
Thank you so very much. Tonight marks the end of the second year for me here at St. Paul's College, and the end of the second year working with two very special groups or the second year working with one very special group and two very fine individuals. When I was asked to identify someone in the single parent program to whom I might present awards, I started writing off this list of about 10 names, and she says, no, you have to hold it down to 2. And trying to select 2 students out of the 20 that are currently enrolled in the single parent program to recognize them for leadership was extremely difficult. But I weighed all the odds, the ones with the heaviest course load, the ones with the most children, the oldest ones, the ones with the highest GPA. So the 2 individuals that I'm going to recognize, you know that they're the oldest, they have the most children, they have the highest course load, and the highest grade point averages. It's not always that you can just call on a student, no matter when and where, and they just respond. Even if they grumble, they'll still go ahead and get the job done. And for these 2 individuals, I think that is one of the strong points. They both have expressed their wish to not just pursue a college education to earn a living, but to use that education to make a greater contribution to the betterment of society. And for that, I truly admire them. They are strong and forthright and very, very idealistic women. The first one is Jeanette Holland.
I also would like to present a special award before I introduce Mr. Edward Nazar of the Virginia Society of CPAs. This special award is important because when we have outstanding students that for 2 consecutive semesters make a 4.0, it stands out. And we have a tradition in the Department of Business and Education where we recognize these students, and we have one in the Department of Business who has a concentration in accounting. You've already seen her many times tonight. Ms. Lisa in Gotham. Now, what I'd like to explain to the audience and to Lisa, what we have is a large plaque. And on this plaque, your names are placed for all to see. And this plaque will be hung up in the Department of Business. And this is how you will be honored for your accomplishment. Very good job. Tonight is a night of first, so it belongs in this historic setting of the Chicago building, which is the first time that rebate has been done in Chicago building. Thanks to the foresight of Dr. Law, who recommended, and we always follow what the president tells us to do. We're that smart. And, but we thank you. It's also a special historic night because the Virginia Society for CPAs has made a commitment to colleges all across Virginia to help and support accounting education. They provide scholarships, they provide speakers, they provide information, they provide free newsletters for our students, and our students have been participating and receiving and benefiting. And
to be here tonight. I truly appreciate it. This visit to St. Paul's is long overdue, and it provides me not only with an opportunity to see a beautiful campus, and I must say that the feeling that I've had on campus, and I've only been here a couple hours, is one that's very warm. It seems like a very caring environment. It's especially great to see you again, Dr. Law. We go back to give to you the certificate. And congratulations from the Virginia Society of CPA. I can just hold the podium for another minute. I think all of you who are here tonight participating, working very hard for your educations, in my mind are also honorees as well. You will be recognized as perhaps some of those who are recognized will recognize here tonight, the value of being recognized by your peers. It's really a high honor when your colleagues recognize you. And I think implied in the recognition of Lisa and the others is that recognition by your peers. And throughout your life, sometimes it'll be as simple as just someone saying a job well done. Maybe if you're lucky and you work hard enough, it'll be a merit increase, maybe a substantial one that will come your way. I think for many of you it'll be the appreciation of your families for providing opportunities to them through your efforts. And perhaps for some of you it will be the knowledge that you've helped a young person along the way and given them encouragement. And these are also forms of recognition, and they're very, very important. And I encourage all of you to recognize them when they occur in your lives. I mentioned the second reason for being here, and that's to affirm the positive benefits of education. I believe with all my heart and soul that it is really the most powerful force in your life, aside from perhaps love of God and love of family, but education, even without family support at times, can be the power in your lives. And I am standing here as testimony, I think, to that. Came from a very warm, loving family. Father who went through the 8th grade, a mother who went through high school, And yet my dad was a blue-collar worker, lived in a very, very modest circumstance. I remember it well because it was the smallest house in town, in this little New England town I grew up in. And very, very humble economically, beginnings. And yet, in my life, simply through the power of applying my energies and seeking opportunities for education, I was able to go beyond those economically humble beginnings, using support and love of neighbors and friends and family, and eventually become controller of the United States, the first person to serve as controller of the federal government under the Chief Financial Officers Act. One of those things that happen in your life when you're walking through the White House with a badge on that says you have a right to be there, you say, what am I doing here? How did I get here? And there's no other way I can describe it other than you put one foot in front of the other, day by day. You work hard, be serious. There are no games and gimmicks to making progress in your career. It's really hard work. It's being a decent person. It's being a person that people like to work with. It's taking some risks. It's making decisions. It's a whole lot of things. But I applaud each and every one of you for seeking this education, and I know that it's going to give you a future that's bright with intellectual challenges and provide tangible benefits to yourself, to your community, and perhaps even, in my case, for the nation. Before I sit down, just one more little comment, and it's something I've passed on to a number of student groups, particularly those involved with accounting. When I was graduating from Wharton in the last month or so, the chair of our department, I didn't major in accounting, I majored in industrial management. His name was Northrop, Dr. Northrop. He was sort of a rough, older professor, and he got us together. And he said, remember, men and women, he who controls the purse strings controls the power. And somewhere that resonated in my mind because I got out of industrial management as quickly as I could and went into finance. Now, there's power for good purposes, and since many of you are majoring in accounting and finance, you will see, you will have a vision, you will have glasses, if you will, that expose the purposes and the thrusts and the directions of whatever entity or enterprise or corporation or military unit you serve. And that will be a special opportunity for you to be there, the right hand of those who lead, and to someday lead yourself. And you will be able to help interpret direction and interpret progress for others because you are so close to the purposes of the organization through your knowledge of its financial makeup. So, again, thank you so much, Dr. Law. Ms. Law, it's been a wonderful pleasure to be here. I saw a picture of this auditorium in the paper, several months ago, I think, when it was written up, and I'm so delighted to be here tonight. It's absolutely beautiful. So, thank you all.
Other people who have made this wonderful evening possible, and I just want to mention some of their names. And I'll start off with each category, committee members, camera operators, so on. And after I'm done with each category, let's please give all of them a big hand. The committee members for this rebate program were Mrs. Laverne S. Thummel, she was the chairperson, Dr. Hester Jones, myself, and Ms. Nicole R. Johnson. Let's give each of them. Our camera operator was Ms. Sheen A. Kester. Our ushers were Ms. Angela L. Bruce, Mr. Ron J. Carter, Mr. Rodney C. Dennis, and Ms. Nicole R. Johnson. Our hostesses were Mrs. Dolphine S. Green and Ms. Angel M. Johnson. And the certificates were designed by Ms. Costella Woodley. So let's give her a big hand also. And we want to thank all the departmental students who achieved at least a 3.0 GPA or better. Could you please stand to be recognized? All department students who had a 3.0 or better, could you please stand to be recognized? Okay, thank you. And we want to thank all the participants on this program. And when we have a guest at St. Paul's College, we never let him go without some kind of appreciation. And Mr. Finney tonight will be no different. So Mr. Finney, if you could come up here, please. We would like to present you with a certificate of appreciation which reads, Certificate of Appreciation presented to Curtis S. Finney Jr. for serving as a guest speaker at the REBATE program, sponsored by the Department of Business Administration and Education, signed by Dr. Law, Dr. Hawkins, and Dr. Wilson. We thank you very much for coming. I want to thank all of you for coming here, and I hope we see all of you again next year as well. And this concludes our evening, and we will have a brief reception. Yes.
I just want to take the time also to give special thanks to Laverne Summer for leading this effort. She did a tremendous amount of work, and also the Center for Teacher Education. Did a great job.
Just real quick too, I think that we were making some acknowledgement. I want to introduce our Vice President for Financial Affairs, Mr. Richard Samuels.
Okay, we'll have a reception in the lower level of this building right after we're done. So the ushers will guide you where to go for the reception. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming. Thank you.